You've got a fire in your belly, a passion to serve, and an insatiable drive to contribute. You know that if you can just get your message in front of the right people, you can change lives. But where to start? There are so many options, so many moving pieces. You get bogged down, overwhelmed, frustrated, while the burning desire to serve others consumes you. I know, I've been there. And these days I bring life-changing impact and value to people's lives through the creation of books, funnels, online courses and coaching programs, and virtual summits. This is the Call to Serve podcast. I'm Tim Cooper, and this is my journey. Did you know that the money you earn is directly linked to the value you bring to the world? So if you have a job, your wage is dictated by the business owner. And you may argue that you're not paid what you're worth, and odds on you're not, right? If you're working for a boss, you very rarely get paid what you're truly worth, but they're dictating your value, okay? They're saying you are worth $12 an hour, or you are worth $20 an hour. And even doctors can earn a sizable amount per hour, but because there are just so many doctors out there, if your doctor goes away or retires, whatever, or if you're in a pinch and you're away, you can always go and see another doctor. So once again, when you're in that sort of mode of being in a job, you are replaceable, you are a commodity, and what you are worth is dictated to by others. And even when you are in your own business and you're selling a product or service, the money you generate is still dictated. It's dictated by the consumer. It's dictated by what the consumer believes your product or service is worth. And if they don't believe your product and service is worth what you're charging, they won't buy it. So it's very interesting. And today I'm going to talk to you about the 4 levels of value and how you can increase your value, and by increasing your value you can increase your income and build your wealth. And I'm reading this book at the moment. It's called B.O.S. Moves by Myron Golden. I haven't finished it yet. I'm almost through it. It's a great read. It's my favorite book. It is so well written. Just the words just fly off the page at you, but not only is it an easy read, it is just packed full of real world wisdom. And I highly recommend it to everybody. So I'll be putting a link below this video so you can go and get your own copy. So today I'm talking to you about the 4 levels of value as Myron talks about in his book, B.O.S. Moves. So let's look at before we go into it, Myron talks about the spiritual nature of money, communication, and imagination. And in order to earn more money or generate wealth, you've got to work at a higher spiritual level. So let's look at the lowest level, and that's implementation. So that's the doing. So that's where you're using your physical body. So you've got to be there physically, and you're using your time. So you could be a labourer digging ditches, you could be flipping burgers, you could be doing any number of tasks, but you are the one who is actually doing the work. And that's the lowest level of value. Because as I said, number one, at that level, you are easily replaceable. And I'm not understating your skills and abilities by any means. Please don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's in that environment, like you are at the mercy of the business owner, and they can choose to replace you at any time. I said, even doctors know when in that situation, if you're in a pinch, you can go and see any other doctor, get a prescription. So that's the lowest level of value. And for you, as a matter of trying to build wealth, it's close on impossible because you're working with limited resources. You've got physical limitations and you've got time limitations. At the next level, you've got unification, and that's basically management. Now you're using your skills to manage other people. So you are overseeing the implementers. And because that takes another degree of skill, it's a higher spiritual value, and you will get paid more for that. So depending on where you're working, you could earn a good six-figure income by managing other people. But still, your income potential is limited because the money you are making is still being dictated by the business owners, and they're saying, okay, you're managing this group, but this is how much you are worth. So coming up to the next level of value is communication. And the value of communication, learning how to express your knowledge, how to teach others, how to get points across, how to bring value to others through words. And so you look at the authors and the screenwriters and all those people who are using words to communicate and bring value. As Myron says in his book, the person who writes the book makes more money than the person who prints the book. So this is the value of communication, using your words. So if you're a speaker or a coach, consultant, author, playwright, you are now working at a higher level of value, and your income potential increases exponentially because now you are reaching the masses. You are not now working one-on-one. You're not now just in that space, in that time, exchanging your hours for money, like a lot of your hours for a little bit of money if you're working for a boss. You are now reaching a broader market. And by doing so, your income potential rises. And being able to communicate is such a valuable skill at all levels. And then at the highest level, we've got the imagination. So if you can use your imagination, the world is your oyster. If you look at somebody like Steve Jobs, what he did for Apple with the iPod, iPad, iPhone, that innovation. So this is not just having ideas, because as I've said in previous episodes, ideas unrealized are worth nothing. Everybody has ideas. We have heaps of ideas every day. But if those ideas come and go, if they're just leaves blowing in the wind, just passing you by, and you don't grab onto that idea and then take action to bring that into reality, then you are wasting an opportunity. So the imagination is the highest level, as long as you have the resources to then bring that idea into reality. Bring that idea, and if you can, have a team of unifiers, some managers to manage the implementers to go to work and build that. You look at Elon Musk, what he's done with Tesla and SpaceX. Now this is the realm of the inventors, of the innovators, of the thought leaders. Being just be able to think of things like, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, we are problem solvers. So if we can recognize a problem, see a gap in the market, see something that people are struggling with that hasn't been addressed, and then with our imagination, with our thoughts and ideas, we can come up with a solution for them. then the sky's the limit. Because now through communication, you can take your solution that you gain through your imagination to the market. And if it's solving a big problem, the wealth will follow. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I will be sharing a lot more from this book. I've actually got all of Myron's books. I'm a huge fan, if you haven't worked that out by now, because I often refer to him in my other episodes, and when I talk, and I recommend and refer him to my business associates as well, because he is just a wealth of practical knowledge and real world wisdom. So once again, I'll put the link to this book below this video, and I highly recommend you grab a copy. I think this is something for every business owner, entrepreneur. This is worth its weight in gold. So that's it for today. If you want to increase the amount of money you earn, you've got to increase your value, right? You've got to increase the value you bring to the world, because the money you earn is in direct relation to the value that you are bringing to the world. And so just to recap those 4 levels of value, we've got the implementation level, which is the doing, where you are in that time for money. So it's physical and time limitation, impossible to build any sizable wealth or generate any sizable income in that situation. Then you've got the unification level, which is the management. So that's looking after others, showing others, guiding others, ensuring that projects come to fruition. Then you've got communication. So this is the writing, the speaking, getting your message across, getting out to the mass market. And then you've got the imagination, for the inventors, innovators, thought leaders, the ideas that you can bring and the problems that you can solve through your imagination, your ideas and your thoughts. So I hope you found today interesting and inspiring. If you like this video and you haven't done so already and you're watching on YouTube, please click the subscribe button and the little bell. Give it a thumbs up. Any comments, feedback, love to hear from you, just drop them below. If you're listening to this podcast on another platform and you enjoy the content, please follow the show and give it a review. And if there's a way for you to reach out to me via that platform, please do so. Otherwise, I'm always available at tim@timcooper.au. That's tim@timcooper.au. Or you can always visit my website at timcooper.au. I'm still building it, I'm still putting more information there, but I will be including links to recommended reading and some of my favorite resources, as well as you can find all the previous episodes of this podcast there as well. Okay, until next time, you take care.